Data center's here. Data lab. Let's do this first, then, because we're right here. We'll find those dorms later. Hey, Hina.
Hey, Makoto.
Ah, Makoto, are you here to look around too? Is that what you're doing here? Yeah, I can't help but wonder about that Monokuma door.
Yeah.
So I figured, if all the doors in the school had been unlocked, that one should be open too, right? Although I couldn't bring myself to open it, because it might explode, right? And that really sucks, so you open it. I'm sure she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting blown up. Alright, fuck it. Okay, so I guess I'll open it. Ah, wait, let me take cover first. I don't want to get exploded. Hina raced over to a nearby desk and hid underneath it. Okay, go ahead. Everything will be okay, right? Alright, here goes nothing. I threw all my weight into it, but the door opened much easier than I expected. Oh, shit! This is fucking epic. There was no explosion, thankfully. My first impression was, whoa, this place is totally sci-fi. I was thinking it's like very Pacific Rim. Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing.
What the heck?
I mean, every part of the school leaves a bad taste in my mouth. This place is like a #1 gross. It's in a whole different league of creepy. Alright, what do we got to look for? Alright, we got this thing. There's some kind of hatch on the floor, but right now I'm more concerned about that weird device. What is this device? It looks like some kind of control panel. It's really over the top, though. Like some kind of military installation or something. Yeah, it kind of looks like a mech cockpit, right? Hifumi'd probably freak out if he saw it. Cockpit. So the Monokuma room has a control panel that looks like some kind of cockpit. That could mean... Then could that mean...
Okay.
Alright, let's just start poking at it, or whatever. I'm gonna start pushing buttons. Hold on, you can't just... or whatever, something like this. But it was too late. Hina was already jabbing away at the control panel. Huh? Did you hear that? Yeah, I think it came from the other room. Hina, what did you push? I'm not totally sure, but I think it was that one. The button that says Data Center. Data Center? I took a good look at the control panel, and I saw a bunch of buttons, each with the name of a room next to it. And it, just like Hina said, there was one labeled Data Center. That must be the one she pushed. The Data Center, that's right next door. The room we were just in. That's where the strange noise came from. I'd probably go check it out.
Yeah.
I'd probably better go check it out or whatever. Yes, please. I'm kind of scared of out of my mind right now, so I'll just cheer you on from over here. Did I just hear what I think I heard? Is that Monokuma? Hey. Roar! Roar! Give me all your donuts! Is that you, Hina?
What?
What? Aw, man, busted. How did you know?
Say what?
Anyway, what is this? Some kind of remote control camera kind of setup? You don't even know what you're controlling?
Hello.
Well, I mean, I can't really see anything from in here.
Found it.
Ah, guess what I found? A self-destruct button. Whatever you do, don't push it.
Too bad.
Aw, man. Were you seriously gonna push it? Anyway, I guess that settles it. The room with the Monokuma drawing on it and the control panel inside. Okay, back in we go. Whoa, hey Makoto, what the heck was that just now? Monokuma?
Huh?
Huh? What do you mean? What you were controlling just now? It was Monokuma. Monokuma? What, for real? Yep, it looks like that panel definitely controls Monokuma, which means the Mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. Yeah, they were definitely in here. The Mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room, and this control room is totally separate from the data center area with all the monitors. In other words,
Hey.
maybe the Mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. Kyoko's theory was right, but if the Mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from here, then that means they've been inside the school this whole time, right? I guess that would have to be true, but if that is true... It's a very polarizing approach.
It's a polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but the Killer Game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students, and the only people to take a single step in Upholstery since the Killer Game began are those 16 students.
Then the Mastermind Monokuma's puppeteer really is the 16th student. No, it can't be. There's no way, right? Monokuma control room. Boom. What's wrong, Makoto? I don't like that face you're making. Oh, no, it's nothing. Okay. What about you? Is everything okay? Oh, well, it's just... there is this... This is where the mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they set up traps or something? I can't say it isn't impossible, but I really hope it's not true. So, like, you want to leave soon? There's still lots of other places to check. Yeah, good point. We can't waste all our time standing around here. Okay, you want to get going? Yeah. I'm gonna look at this real quick, too, just to see. What's wrong, Makoto? Let's hurry and get out of here. Oh, alright. Well, never mind then. Click. As soon as the door to the data center was closed, I heard a strange sound. What was that? Ah, the door! It just locked on its own. What? My hand shot out to grab the doorknob. You're right, it's locked, but why?
Of course it's locked because the data center is now restricted.
Monokuma?
Just a second.
Hey, no fair. You can't just go around restricting whatever you feel like
Hey,
it.
It's for your benefit. Because if that room stays open, I will be able to move around. Imagine how depressed everyone would get if the school mascot just up and stopped moving.
In that room.
Yep.
As you may
As guess that's where my controls are.
So right now you're being operated by someone in that room.
Yes, indeed.
Correctamundo.
You're a liar.
But that doesn't make any sense. We were just in there and we didn't see anyone.
Oh, you didn't, did you? Oh, are you sure you were as thorough as you could have been? Did you happen to check a certain suspicious hatch?
Oh, no way. Damn it. I was right to check that again, but the game was like, nah, too easy. A hatch on the floor?
Boo! Too bad. That was your one big chance and you blew it.
Too bad.
Of course, that hatch can't be opened from the outside anyway, so whatever. Now that this room is officially restricted, so no more investigating. I'll be relying on you guys to tell the others. Peace.
He's gone, but
So,
was he telling the truth? The mastermind was hiding in there? In fact, if you think it back to when we got locked out of the control room, that proves it for sure. Then, when I said we should leave, well, that hatch couldn't be opened from the outside anyway, right? So it's not your fault.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. Anyway, we don't have to let it get to us. We have to stay positive and make the most out of the time we have left. You're right. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's keeping my body moving.
Okay.
Nice, good for you. I like to move it, move it. Okay, I'm gonna go run around and tell everyone what we found here. Nice, you've got me all motivated again.
You got it.
Okay, I'm out. See you later. Hina took off at a full sprint, and I have to do what I can too. That's the only way forward. Alright, so that was checked. Headmaster's room. That's over here, right? Yeah, it is. Yaki is gonna be in here, isn't he? No way, it's Toko. Yep, of course it is. This is the Headmaster's room. I've heard an awful lot about it, but this will be my first time seeing it for myself. Ah, Makoto, it's you. Oh, Yaki. Of course you're in here. Well, you came to the right place at the right time. Would you like to see something interesting? What do you mean, something interesting? Take a look at this. It was on top of that pathetically ostentatious desk. Class number 78 student registry. It contains profiles for all of us and Mukuro.
So in other
Apparently
words,
class number 78 refers to us. Wait, when we found Mukuro's profile in Kyoko's room...
I see.
That's right, it also mentioned class number 78. This must be where Kyoko got that page. And since the rest of our profiles are listed in there along with hers,
In other words,
then there can be no doubt Mukuro was a student here at Hope's Peak Academy, just like the rest of us. Mukuro Ikasawa, the 16th student. That must be how Kyoko learned about it. But it seems that Kyoko was in a hurry. What do you mean? I'm talking about when she stole it. The uneven tearing, the way the paper had been crumpled, she must have been in a hurry. Well, since she snuck in to get it, I'm sure she wanted to get out as fast as possible. But what's your point? She was in so much of a hurry that she only got the first page. The first page? Correct. Mukuro's profile actually contains 2 pages. What?
so in other words,
When it comes to this profile, there was more information about Mukuro that we still didn't have. What kind of information is it? Why do you ask me to explain every little thing? You can read, can't you? It seems to be some sort of detailed report put together by the headmaster himself. I don't know what kind of man he was, but I'm glad he left us such an interesting clue. I was half listening to Byakuya as I skimmed through the report. Mukuro reappeared suddenly, and in the background of it, background, an entity floats close but just out of reach. Sorry. The entity known as the Ultimate Despair. Right now, I can't be sure if this is a single person or some kind of group. Whatever it is, Mukuro definitely has some sort of connection to it. I have a bad feeling about all this. I need to push forward with my research into the Ultimate Despair. I need to pay attention to Mukuro's behavior, too. This is just my gut feeling, but I think she's dangerous, despite the countless battles she must have gone through as a member of Fenrir. When she entered Hope's Peak, she didn't display any signs of battle wounds or scars. That fact alone proves her tremendous skill in battle. Oh, so she had no scars. Interesting. Naturally, I want to believe in her, so she's one of my students after all. But if I decide she's a danger to the other students, I will be forced to take all reasonable measures. Mukuro was part of the Ultimate Despair. I don't think there can be any doubt about it now. But wouldn't that mean Mukuro and the Mastermind were allies? So why? Why would they kill Mukuro? Plus, even the Headmaster seemed to be afraid of what Mukuro was capable of. They would have had to take her completely by surprise to kill her like that. Or maybe it means the Mastermind's even stronger than Mukuro was.
What?
What's wrong, Makoto? Huh?
That's fine.
You seem to be lost in thought, but I should probably point out one other thing. There's another important bit of information within that file that you should note. What is it? Did you notice the picture in there? A picture of a girl perhaps you've never seen before? A girl who seems to be included as part of our class? That should be enough for you to figure out who the girl is. And further information about that girl is included in the file. 5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds, and it even lists her vitals, 31, 22, 32. Well, what do you think? What do I think? Are you asking me, like, if she has a nice body?
Stop talking.
You hopeless idiot. What I'm trying to tell you is maybe you'll want to keep that in mind for later. Maybe you'll make your way back to the corpse, and maybe you'll think, oh, could that mean, and what is he trying to say? Measure it, you idiot. God damn. There's a chance the body isn't actually Mukuro? Is that what he's saying? Personally, what I'm thinking seems all but impossible, but it wouldn't hurt to confirm, right?
It's all clear.
That's all I was trying to say. What you do with that information is your business. So I'm back to being Byakuya's errand boy. Mukuro's profile has been added. Oh, and one last thing. It's a bit of advice from me to you, so I suggest you pay attention. Advice for me? You seem to be getting along with Kyoko quite well. It's not that we're getting along, she's just done a lot to help. Well, don't put too much faith in her.
In other words,
the cost of that faith might be more than you can afford. What are you saying? Just what I think. Call it a hunch. A hunch? But my hunches tend to be proven right. The advice is free this time. Take it or don't, as you will. I'll keep it in mind. Thanks. Huh. Interesting. There are documents scattered all over the floor. Somehow it makes me feel anxious. Okay, we got this. Oh, I see this. Isn't that the same samurai sword I had on the left side of the screen? Class 78 for student registry. Apparently that's us. It has profiles of me and everyone I've met at the beginning, and Mukuro. Just like us, Mukuro was apparently a new student here at Hope's Peak. Mukuro Ikasaba, part of the Ultimate Despair, which means her and the Mastermind should have been allies. But then, why would the Mastermind kill her? Weren't they friends? The bookshelf seems really well made, and it's filled with files, as thick as books. There are trophies and even a shield in the display case. What else is left? That's it. Oh, wait. Yeah, that is it. Oh, wait a minute. Did they repeat images? 1 and 2 are repeated. My ancestors were so cool, he came back to life and then died again. I know there is another dorm, I just don't know where. Oh, hey, Toko. Oh, Toko, so this is where you
What do you want?
What do you want? Am I so disgusting you want me out of your sight? No, that's not it at all. I just thought maybe you'd found a clue. Well, I haven't. I didn't find anything, not one single clue. I figured since this place was related to the case, it would have something to have something, right? But there wasn't anything out of the ordinary here. Give me back my precious time. Calm down, Toko.
What's your
Don't tell
problem?
me to calm down. Do you have any idea what I'm going through right now? When everyone finds out, they're going to call me useless, good for nothing. Nobody's going to say that. Master will. I'm not sure I can disagree with that. I don't want that. I'm sick of always being looked down on. Why won't anyone accept me? Well, I don't think there are any clues here, so maybe I'm gonna get going. Yeah. What the fuck just happened? Alright, let's look around. The cherry tree is in full bloom. Alright, we'll take a look at this. That target seems pretty far away, pretty mesmerized, blah blah blah. Oh, nice! I got myself another coin, baby! Oh, this cherry tree is in full bloom. Nothing strange about that. What? I don't get an ice for that? How rude. Let's look at the samurai costume. The suit of armor is on display. It's extremely Japanese. I think I'm feeling Japanese. I think I'm feeling Japanese. I really think so. I can totally imagine Sakura out here using this to train. Why? She's not a swordsman. Like, literally, why? There's a bunch of wooden lockers in here. We found a clue in here, but it was just the mastermind's attempt to frame Kyoko. What's up at the top here? Oh, it's a camera. Of course it is. From the bottom of my heart, I just really want to... Maybe I'll just bust it to hell for real. It'd be interesting if it did. Okay, so there was really just nothing here. So, Biolab is this way. Raw, doing it raw. Get it raw, baby. Welcome to SmackDown WWE. Show me that Hulk Hogan dick. Oh, it's a morgue. Well, here I am in the Biolab. It's so cold. It's like abnormally cold. I feel like I'm in a giant refrigerator. Seriously, why is it so cold? Huh. Okay. Oh, it's one of those tarps. There's a stack of tarps here. I've been seeing a lot of those things lately. Huh. My theory is starting to look correct. Oh, it's so cold. Why is it so cold in here? That's the first thing I need to figure out. Well, I don't think we'll be figuring that out, but let's look at this. There's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. I've seen something like this before, and that's it. I've seen this kind of thing in horror movies and stuff. It's a fridge for storing dead bodies. Does that mean this biolab is actually a morgue? I was right, it is a morgue. I should probably take a closer look around. Wait, how many... Oh, wait. So there's 9 on. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So this is the morgue for the students. Why is there only 9 lit up? Okay. There should be technically 10 dead. There's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall, and on the left side are a bunch of glowing blue lights, but only some of the lights are on. The ones on the left. The right-hand lights are off. Okay. Am I supposed to... Oh, that's not what I clicked on, but okay. I wanted to try to look at this again. Oh, there's some kind of booklet here. It looks like an instruction manual. We offer an eco-friendly alternative to standard dry ice for all your cadaver needs. In addition to the germicidal lamps, we also provide an ozone generator for the removal of ethylene gas. Simply insert the cadaver and the blue light will let you know the automated system has been activated, or have activated. The temperature and humidity levels will be adjusted automatically for optimum settings. With our system, anyone can keep a body fresh as a daisy for as long as you need. Fresh as a daisy? Okay. In the unlikely event of a problem, the red light will activate and an alarm will sound immediately. The exterior of the stainless steel, the exterior is stainless steel, and we do offer an optional leather upholstery upgrade package. This is the instruction manual for the fridge. While looking around, I think I get it. It seems clear to me now. It's some kind of makeshift morgue. Biolab secret has been added, and about those lights by each shot. Or, slot. It looks like it's set up so that when a slot is occupied, the blue light comes on, which would mean inside each slot lit up is in blue. Another one of the victims is... Biolab lights has been added. Okay. I can't let my emotions take control now. There's only one thing I can do for everyone who's died, and that's defeat the mastermind. And to do that, I have to continue my investigation. I don't have any other option. Okay, so we're done in here. So now what? Okay, so we've done this. Is Hero in here? No. Huh? It's gone. Mukura's body. It's not here. Okay. Maybe the body... I better check just to be sure. Maybe the body's in here. Better check to be sure. I didn't find anything even close to a dead body. But if it's not in here, either then... It must be. Could it be in the biolab? But corpses aren't the only thing I need to check in there. There's one other thing. That tarp. A tarp played a key role in another case, so I'd better look into it. The killer used the tarp to keep the sprinklers from getting the body wet, which means the killer might have left some clue behind here. Huh? I didn't notice this before, but there's a small stamp on one of the corners. Or on one corner of the tarp. It says biolab. And this originally came from the biolab. Tarp. Nice. Okay. Yeah, this one. Okay, great. I think this is my last place I need to... Look, the gate's open. We can finally check on the second floor of the dorms, which means I have to do it. 6th stairwell, though. I would total... What the fuck? This is the second floor of the dorms? Looks like some ancient ruins. Oh, no. Or no, it's more like a battlefield, like a bomb blew up here or something. Maybe that's my nuclear explosion type thing. Oh, there's blood. Somebody got squished there. Wait, what am I looking at here? So there's something over here. Oh, shit. What happened in here? The bed is completely torn apart. I mean, it's not even really a bed anymore. It's just garbage. I mean, it just kind of looks like a bed. Nice! What the fuck? So it's the door in the bathroom. Let's see what the bathroom does. I opened a door just a crack, glanced inside, and immediately closed it again. There wasn't even a hint of a bathroom, just a big pile of rubble. Excuse me. Leave the area? Sure. Huh. This is the girls' bathroom. Even in a place like this, I can't bring myself to go in. Fair enough. Let's do the dude's bathroom then. Just to be thorough. Oh, there's nothing in here. It's a nice bathroom, though. I like the fish. The fish is a nice touch. There's a giant giraffe on this door. He looks like a happy giraffe. He's like, "Hey, look at me! I'm in the locker. Come find me." This room is filled with lockers. I must have been Hope's Peak student before. The class before ours must have used these lockers. Why are some of them bolted up though? Let's try this one. I wonder if I can open this locker. Rattle, rattle. Nope, locked. There's a card reader installed on the... must be... Oh, okay. It's pretty similar to the card readers for the lockers on the second floor of the school. You have to use your e-handbook to open this up. So does that mean... Well, let's just give it a try. Took out my handbook and ran it across the card reader, and then... Nope, no luck. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do it. Okay, so I'll come back to this. I'll come back to this room. Because I feel like I have to get something in there, but I have to find a fucking key. So odds are it's going to be in this area. Ooh, nice room. It even has a lot of brandies. Good for him. This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. It's because it's not. It's filled with alcohol. It has a much more adult atmosphere.
Correct.
It's the headmaster's private room. Kyoko.
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. Regret? Let's see, what do we got? We got a couple things. So I'm assuming it's the secret door that's the regret. What am I looking at here? Let's look at some of the liquors. Liquors? Oh, the desk is home to a computer. It must have belonged to the headmaster. Not at all what I clicked, but nice. Thanks, game. Oh, it's because the liquor was never what I was after. Okay, so let's look at the chair. A leather chair. I can't imagine a student using something like this. It must have been the headmaster. Wait, why can't you imagine a student using a leather chair? Alright, well, whatever. There's a PC on the desk. It must have belonged to the headmaster. Okay.
It would seem...
Whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested in the ultimate despair. The PC still has some search results left on it. Then we might be able to get some info on the ultimate despair.
However...
There's not much, though. Nothing we don't already know.
In other words...
The ultimate despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. That group is responsible for the tragedy, which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sorts of people, whose driving force comes from despair.
However...
And that's all there is. Not much to it, is there? But I guess that's the best he could do as a complete Kirigiri failure. But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on. I see. That's a good outlook to have. The ultimate despair has been added to the treat bullets. What else we got? Okay, so I gotta talk to Kyoko. Kyoko looks almost meek right now. She must be thinking about something I probably shouldn't bother her. Okay, so last thing is this. Huh? There's a strange gap in the wall. Is it some kind of design mistake or a construction defect or something?
So...
There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze?
Indeed.
There's likely an open space at the other side of this wall. Open space? Does that mean... You mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. You know how to open it? Did you figure some kind of trick or something?
Indeed.
A very easy trick, yes. So easy, I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. I saw a program on that PC that I think controls it. Either enter the right password and the door should open right up.
However...
But I don't have a clue what the password might be. All we know is that it's probably made up of letters and or numbers. We can't really go from there. You're right, that's not nearly enough to go on.
It's true.
I looked through all of his paperwork, all the files on the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been in his password. When I think of how much time I wasted on this. Jeez. So there's a hidden room she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume that there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. But maybe for her, there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password, and if Kyoko can't figure it out, no way do I stand a chance. No, wait, there might be a chance. The password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of, or something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name?
What?
Huh? Oh, sorry, I was just trying to think of what the password might be. I'm sure he hasn't tried it. Or I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as his password, knowing she is, Knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it, just to be sure?
Well...
It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Do whatever you want. Okay. You know, I'm glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name, but if that's not it, that might just hurt Kyoko even more.
Hey.
If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay, in that case, here goes nothing. I collected myself, then turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. I typed in her full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. My hands were tense, slightly trembling, and as I finished typing it in... Beep. Kern. What? That did it? Kyoko, it worked.
Why?
Why? Kyoko. Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Kyoko. Hey, Kyoko. I may as well not even have been in the room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing. A present, wrapped and covered with such joy. That's what made it so unusual. I'd better check out that suspicious present before I do anything. Okay, so it makes me want to do this instead. There's a brightly colored box here. It seems totally out of place in here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm getting kind of a bad vibe from it. But I mean, we can't not open it. Okay.
Makoto.
Be careful, Makoto. Why, you think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous, but surprising maybe. Or probably, huh?
It would seem...
If it is what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in there? Just don't scream or anything, okay? Are you sure it's something that'll make me want to scream? Okay, I'm just gonna open it. Wait, is it the, Oh, it's probably the Headmaster's bones from the very beginning intro of the game. When we see him get shot into space and brought back down and he's just, like, bones. That's probably what's in here. Step by heavy step, I approached the box. I took a deep breath, then took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Light began to sneak its way into the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside and... Gua! Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. Yeah, I was right. Okay, what was in the box? It was bones. Human bones. It was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined?
I see.
Ah, just as I thought. What? What was in the box? Oh. Already read all that. Just as you thought. How could you have known that? I mean, there were bones in there, human bones.
Wrong.
Well, it's not that I was thinking of the bones specifically. I just had a feeling it would be his body. And that's pretty much the same thing. A dead guy in a box. My father. Huh? What about him?
Correct.
What you found in the box. Those bones. That body. That's my father. Or at least what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad? The same man she's been searching for? Hold on. How can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him?
So...
Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out, and according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in this school right now. It's very polarizing approach, blah blah blah. We already read all this. I'm not reading this again. It's the 16 students, they're all doing the same things. All of them were students. Nobody else that was alive at the time set foot in here. Alter Ego said that the headmaster was probably here in the school, but the only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were us 16 students. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume.
In other words...
That most likely my father was in this school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption anyway. As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. Or no, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. She said it was just as she thought, so she knew it was a possibility. But I have to believe that at some point she wanted to be proven wrong, which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father, and so she could cut off all ties. But was that all there was to it? I gave up some of that pride. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. Would she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. Nice! Hidden room present! I love this game, it's so stupid. Huh? This picture. It's all faded, it must be pretty old. Wait, is this a picture of... Hey, Kyoko.
Why would you...
Well, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free of the past, and yet... to now find something like this? So what do you expect me to do now? Then I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time, he must have really cared about her.
Why?
Why? What? I wanted to face him and tell him myself to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here, and now he's abandoned me again, and this time he even stole the opportunity I had to move on? Has there ever been a worse father? Kyoko. Photo of Kyoko and Headmaster. This filing cabinet seems like the kind of place you'd find a clue. I should take a closer look. But I don't think Kyoko would like some stranger like me touching her dad's stuff.
Hey.
It's fine. Check whatever you want. Are you sure? Okay, then. I went through each drawer, one by one, starting from the top, but all I found were piles and piles of unrelated documents. He was pretty dedicated to his job, huh?
Well?
It's just because he didn't have anything else. He could have inherited our family business, our legacy. Instead, he left it all behind.
Now,
If he couldn't even handle a job like this, he would have been that much more of a failure. I'm sure he couldn't stand the thought of that, and it made him desperate. Jesus. Damn, I mean, I have daddy issues, but not those types. The headmaster's desk. It's probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it out, but I really don't want to touch Kyoko's dad's desk without her permission.
Hey.
Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around as much as you like. Are you sure? Never let anything get in the way of the investigation. I don't. Okay, then, if you don't mind. Starting from the top, I opened all the desk drawers and looked inside. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But in the last drawer, is this... It's an e-handbook, right? And it has a label on it that says, in case of emergency. I'd found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk.
In other words...
A handbook with no limitations, given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what that is. I think you're probably right. It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? Huh? But Kyoko, I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. Then I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay? Headmaster's e-handbook.
Hey.
Listen, Makoto, huh? Can I ask you a favor? A favor, what is it?
So...
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this, and I know it'll only inconvenience you that much more, but
Hey.
Could you leave? Huh?
Correct.
Just for a little while. I'd just like to be alone for a bit. Kyoko, don't worry, I'm fine. I just need to calm down a little. I need
Just a
to
second.
get my emotions in order. You know, Kyoko, you told me before about the relationship you had with your dad, how you're only connected by blood, not by heart and soul, but maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you were going to say? If so, it's just a theory, and this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the facts of what happened, what I went through. That problem can't be solved so easily. You're right, I'm sorry.
Anyway...
Once I've got myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself. Oh, okay, I understand. Then I'll see you later. Okay. So, back to the dorm, I guess? Is she really okay? Kyoko must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. To find out what happened to the headmaster. There's no doubt the mastermind performed that evil deed. They killed the headmaster, killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. The headmaster is dead. The one leading the Hope's Peak staff, the one who finalized the plan is to isolate... sorry. I'm getting a little gassy. The one leading the Hope's Peak staff, the one who finalized the plan to isolate you, was the Hope's Peak headmaster. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It's possible... Oh, right, we already read all that shit, too. But we were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind, which means the mastermind's true identity is... It's a very polarizing blah, 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 blah. We already heard this, like... Actually, it's been, what? This is the 5th time so far? And those 16 students, blah, 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 blah. 15 of us met in the mail hall. Add Mukuro to the mix and you get 16, and including me, only 6 of us are still alive. Everyone else is dead. Even Mukuro. Even she's undeniably dead. So the ones still left alive are... Sorry, I'm opening my other beer. Me. I love how it's so self-centered. The way I pause this just makes it seem like the only ones who are actually still alive are just me and me alone. Smacked my earphone there. Sorry, that might have been a little loud. Byakuya. Hiro. Toko. Hina. And Kyoko. Wow, I got that even with the and. Only those 6 people are still alive. Then there's no question. Wait, no, that can't be. I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be. How do I leave here? Oh, right. Yeah, just be... Alright, to the dorm rooms. Dormammu. Or lockers, not... Yeah, you know what I mean. Alright, let's start from the left and go to the right. Actually, how do Japanese people read? They read right to left? Yeah, let's start left to right then. I can't imagine any way to get this locker open. I'm not even going to bother trying. Well, that was a great start. I thought I was clicking on this, but I guess not. I wonder if I can open this locker. Rattle, rattle. Nope, locked. There's a card reader installed on the door. There must have... After all, it's pretty similar to the card reader. Do I have to read this every time? So does that mean, well, let's just give it a try. I took out my handbook and ran it across, blah, blah, blah. No luck. Maybe the other locker's open, blah, blah, blah. Wait, but what about the emergency handbook I found in the headmaster's hidden room? Okay, let's give it one more try. So I had to leave that conversation in order to do it? Okay, I took the emergency handbook and ran that across the card reader and beep. All right, just what I was hoping for. Now let's see what we've got inside. This locker is totally disorganized. Is this Hiro's locker? Whoever it belongs to, it probably has organization problems in every part of their life. This looks like it's Hiro's room. This is a crystal ball. A crystal ball? No, it can't be. There's no way he ever used this locker. It's just not possible. But wait, he was held back like 5 times. Why wouldn't this be possible? He's like the only student that has been held back 5 times. There's all kinds of textbooks and notebooks stacked up in no particular order, and dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever's stuff this is didn't do a lot of studying. Not that I can really talk. Trying to act as casual and natural as possible, I picked up one of the notebooks I saw, but the moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness I may have had evaporated. What? It is his! I knew it! There was no denying what I saw. Yasuhiro Hagakure. Inside the notebook was written Yasuhiro Hagakure. Is this our Yasuhiro? The notebook also contained a large number of notes for a variety of different classes, which would mean he attended classes here. No, that can't be possible. I mean, Hiro came to this school at the same time as the rest of us. No, actually, that's not true. He came here 5 years beforehand, and he's failed every year. That's what he said. And we were all sucked into this evil world. We never had the chance to take any classes. So what is this notebook? Locker room notebook has been added to the treat bullet section. Boom, boom, boom. Is that everything? Did I get that right? I think I missed something. Is this a deck of playing cards? There we go. No, they're tarot cards, but wait, aren't those used for telling fortunes? It's just a coincidence, right? Nope. Never just a coincidence. Okay, so we saw that one. Let's check this one. Let's see what we've got inside. I don't see anything that might be a clue. I took the emergency handbook. Beep. Looks like the locker opened. What do we have inside? Ooh, a notebook. This is this thing is practically empty. What is this? There's just one thing, some kind of pocketbook. I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure whose it is. But there's some writing inside. It could be important. I don't like violating the owner's privacy, but I'd better take a look. It looks like a girl's handwriting, and all the letters are spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Whoever wrote this must have been really meticulous. Huh? I was flipping through the pocketbook, but my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there, words I'd heard before. There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in a communal life. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster, and my father. He was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. So this is Kyoko's. The point is to keep our student prodigies. Man, I pulled an Aaron Hansen there. Student prodigies safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as the foundation for a new era. This is the only hope we have. I hope that you'll be willing to go along with this plan. So that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. I can't imagine a worse father. Oh, yeah, it's 100% Kyoko's. This can't be true, can it? But I knew it was, and I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko, it couldn't be anyone else. But if this belongs to Kyoko, what was it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. She said she hasn't seen her dad since he left when she was little. Oh, that proves a little bit more of my theory. So my theory is they're all... Okay, let me just give you my theory. My theory is they all suffered some form of hypnosis to cause amnesia, to forget that there was some kind of attack that kept them in this safe little haven, and some chick went insane, and by chick I meant Junko. Junko is the one that I think was the problem the entire time. The reason for that was she was the only one that actually died at the hands of the mastermind, so it's potential that she could have faked it so that her body could be used as a Mukuro's killing. So I think it's Junko. If that makes sense. I've been drinking a little, so it may not be completely how I want to put it, but I'm pretty sure it's Junko. I used to think it was Hiro, but I'm almost certain it's Junko. Hiro is actually just an idiot. Just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. What does this all mean? I quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong about this whole thing. But when I reached the last page, the question mark spinning through my mind just started spinning that much faster. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled. Despair walks among us, and so we survive. There's a second despair. Do you have a second despair? Sorry. What is this? What does it mean? I have no idea. How could this possibly make any sense? Locker pocketbook has been added. Alright, let's just keep it going, I guess. But the more I see, the less sense it makes. Because these lockers, I mean, they had to belong to the previous students, right? So why am I seeing this? Because they're your lockers, too. The new lockers were set in place to make you think you didn't miss that year of life, even though the amnesia was kicked in from the hypnosis. That's my guess. Why are there things in the lockers that look like they belong to people here? A notebook that seems like it belongs to Hiro, and a pocketbook that seems like it belongs to Kyoko? There has to be some kind of explanation. But if I want to find that out, I have to keep moving the investigation forward, and I have to believe in everyone. So there's got to be more, right? It's not just those two, is it? I took the emergency handbook and ran across ran that across the card reader, and boom! What do we got? Nope, nothing in there. Let's keep it going. There's got to be another person's locker, right? Beep. I think this locker's off its hinges, but I'll check anyway. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, so we got Hiro and we got Kyoko's handbooks. Oh. Oh? Is that it? Or is this just nighttime?
This is a school announcement. Is everyone working hard? Is your investigation coming along nicely? Well then, since you're all giving it your best, your generous headmaster will give you a little hint. For those of you who are interested, please make your way to the gym ASA possible.
Okay, what now? He wants to give us a hint? It's suspicious. There's no doubt about that. This could be a trap. But even knowing that, he said to go to the gym, right? Okay. Oh, Hiro. Oh, hey, Hiro. Whoa, Makoto. Why'd you act all surprised? Oh, no reason. You heard Monokuma's announcement, right? Are you here to find out what he has to say? I just did, actually. I'm on my way out. You already talked to him. What did he say? Listen, sorry, but I gotta go. Hiro, wait! There was no point in trying to stop him. He ran off like a frightened animal. Hiro. It was like he was trying to avoid me. I was hoping to talk to him about the notebook I found in the locker. Has he been hiding something this whole time? Ah, dramatic.
I am Monokuma!
Hello, welcome, hello, welcome, welcome, hello. Are you ready for a final hint? Well, it just so happens to be in the envelope on the ground in front of you.
The envelope? Is that another photo? This must be the envelope.
Boo! Just so you know, I won't be answering any questions about what you found inside.
What?
Don't worry, just get on with it.
Monokuma's cryptic words didn't make me feel any better, but I picked up the envelope and opened it. What I found was a single photograph. It featured a bunch of faces I recognized extremely well. It was everyone who'd come to Hope's Peak at the same time as me. Wait, but there's someone behind Sayaka. She's the only one I don't recognize. Wait, that's not true. I do recognize her. That's right, when Byakuya and I were in the headmaster's room and we looked at the file. Mukuro Ikasawa, and this girl is... What? Why? Why is Mukuro here with everyone else? And even more than that. Just having everyone here pose like this is weird enough by itself. Yeah, why are they in like a 1942 like military school? Why is Celeste always just like kind of just like, I don't want to be here? And we're all wearing matching uniforms. I don't remember anything like this. And now that I'm looking at it, it's not even everyone. I'm not in the picture. Oh. Well, that's a good point. He's not in the picture. I'm the only one not there. The picture has all 15 other students, but not me. But I guess that makes sense. After all, I don't remember ever taking a picture like this. I went to junior high with Sayaka, but the first time I met everyone else was when I arrived here at Hope's Peak Academy. So it's natural for me to not be in this picture, but what's definitely unnatural is that everyone else is in the picture. I thought everyone was like me and didn't know each other until they got here. But if this picture is real, then could it be everyone else and just me? Everyone here except me is...
How long are you gonna keep up this rambling soliloquy of yours, Hamlet?
What are you gonna do?
You're kind of getting in the way of standing there, you know. So then, get out.
But
I told you I'm not fielding any questions. What kind of mystery would this be if I gave you all the answers? That'd be totally out of left field.
I guess that means he's done talking. Damn it. Group photo. Okay, so in the end, all I found at the gym was even more confusion, and with that confusion in hand, I left the gym dejected. So what else do I have left to investigate? How does that count as a hint? It just made me even more confused. Is that what Monokuma was going for? Did he put together a fake photo just to confuse me? I don't think it's fake, but it looked so real, so full of life. How could anyone fake that? Which would mean everyone but me. Maybe I should just ask everyone directly. That should clear all this up. No, I have to clear all this up. Oh shit, okay, here we go. So this is where you've been hiding. Listen, I was hoping to talk to you. Makoto! Sorry, gotta go. What? She ran off so fast I didn't even have time to ask her to stop. Hina, why? Why won't you talk to me? Okay. Wait, I don't remember seeing Kyoko in the photo. I don't think I looked, though. There's all kinds of stuff I want to talk to her about, but I better give her some more time. I decided to visit the biolab one more time, and the first thing I saw when I got there was her passed out again. Toko? Toko, are you okay? No, she's not dead, is she? Oh god. Whoa. It's cold. It's super cold. It's so cold. I think I might catch a cold. It might keep... If you keep taking naps in places like this, I'm sure you will.
I see.
What? I was asleep? I must have fainted again. I bet you were standing there staring at me getting all excited, weren't you? No, I wasn't.
Have
Then
you
what?
reached that
Hot and
certain
bothered?
age?
Straight up horny? Okay, so why did you pass out? I don't know. Last thing I remember was me waking up just now. What did you do to Miss Morose? Oh, that's right. Your memory stops and starts each time you switch. Bingo bazinga. We share some basic knowledge, but our memories are very much separate. And don't you say it like it's a bad thing. It's a blessing as far as I'm concerned. Because even if she forgets something, I totally remember. And so it's like double the memory. No, it's more like half. That's about right. Genocide Jack's memory. But all I want to know right now is, where's my little darling? Tell me now, or I slit your throat. I don't know. I'm sure Byaki is around here somewhere, or around somewhere, doing his own investigating.
Yes.
By himself? Adorable. I assume so. I knew it. I totally knew it. I'm a total pro when it comes to all things master. Anyway, I gotta hurry. I can't even imagine how lonely he must be right now. Yeah, alright, well, at least she's gonna go sniff him out somewhere. Toko shot off, her eerie laugh echoing behind her. I totally forgot to ask her about the picture. Well, there's no point asking Genocide Jack anyway. Besides, I have more important things to do right now. Why did Toko faint? There's gotta be some reason for it. Like the body. The fridge, it's open. But I'm sure they were all shut the last time I was here. That must be why she passed out.
Right.
She faints so easily. Kyoko!
Makoto.
It's getting late, isn't it? Are you okay?
Indeed.
I'm sorry if I made you worried. No, you don't have to apologize. But listen, about this room. Oh, yeah, it's a morgue. Yeah.
I knew.
I suspected as much, and Toko must have looked inside the fridge, seen what was in there, and, well, there you have it. You knew she'd faint?
Indeed.
I was on my way here when Genocide Jack came running past me. I assumed she must have sneezed, but once I got inside, the real reason became clear.
Would seem...
I imagine she came here to investigate, and when she opened the slot here, that's when she saw the body inside and dropped out like a bag of rocks. Why has everything gotta be so difficult with her? Anyway, we should close it up. Don't want to leave it hanging open like that. Yeah, good idea.
Makoto.
Give me a hand with this. Kyoko approached the fridge, hands outstretched, but suddenly she stopped. What's wrong?
Listen.
Maybe we should wait a second before closing it. Huh? How come? Because Mukuro's body's in there. Mukuro's corpse. Mukuro's body's is inside the fridge?
I see.
Just like every other time. The mastermind probably brought it up here while we were in the class trial. The mastermind did it. Because they assumed we wouldn't be doing the class trial over again, I guess.
So...
You may be right. Either way, now I can finally get a good look at the body. Oh, that's right. Kyoko didn't get a chance to check the body during the last investigation.
Makoto.
I need to do my own examination of the corpse as soon as possible. I'm going to find a clue this time, and I'm going to grab the mastermind by the tail. Okay, so what should I do?
So then...
Why don't you just wait over there? I'll let you know as soon as I'm finished. Just wait over there. That's it? It's a fridge meant for storing dead bodies. I can't do it. I can't look inside. So, what? Do we just kind of talk to her? I should ask Kyoko about the group photo. Oh, she isn't there in the back. Okay, after all, she's in it too. Don't let me interrupt your investigation, but I wanted to talk to you about something. What is it? It's about that announcement Monokuma made earlier. You mean the one about a hint or something? I didn't take him up on the offer. Huh? Why not?
Because...
The only reason he'd give us a hint at this point would be to confuse us, to cloud our judgment. I could solve this mystery on my own, without whatever hints he may have to offer. That's a good point. I wish I could go back and do the same thing, but what's done is done, I guess. Standing here looking at her, I don't think she's hiding anything from me. Is she right? Did the mastermind forge that picture as a trap to confuse us? That's gotta be it. There's no other explanation. Now what? Do I just kind of like stare at these? On the left side of the refrigerator, a bunch of blue lights are on. These aren't. It would seem the blue light comes on when a slot is occupied. So when someone's in there, the blue light comes on. Looking around the number of lights that are on, including Mukuro's, there's 9 in all. 9 lights. There we go. Biolab lights has been added. Now what? Do I finally have the balls to look? It's a fridge meant for storing dead bodies. Nope. I should ask Kyoko about the group photo. We already did.
Whew. Because...
Okay, what else? I've already looked through this instruction manual. I guess we leave? I can't leave with the things they are right now. What are you talking about? We did everything else, didn't we? You know, I think I've seen a tarp like this somewhere before. Didn't we do this in there? What the hell? It's the same as the one I found in the garden tool shed, and if I remember that tarp, it had a stamp on it that said Biolab. Didn't I come back and check this and it didn't have this little moment? I guess I had to wait for Kyoko. That's the tarp that was used to help camouflage the murder in the garden. At some point, someone got it from the Biolab and took it over there. Tarp has been added. Boom, baby. Okay, Makoto, I'm done. Already? Jeez, that was fast.
Indeed.
Anyone can do good work if they go slow in that spirit. I'll make my report brief. So did you find anything?
Indeed.
I paid careful attention to the wounds and the traces of blood, and it seems highly likely that the stomach wound and blow to the back of the head were inflicted after death. Really? The burnt tissue made things a little difficult, but I'm completely confident in my findings. So that means neither of those were the fatal injury, right? Then what was the fatal injury? Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. So these are the wounds that I was talking about last time. So it must be the other wounds. The only other option is those other wounds, but the file said they were old.
Is that right?
Where does it say they're old? Huh?
Because...
All the Monokuma file says is that they were inflicted at least several days ago. I guess I don't see the difference.
Wrong.
Well, the difference is immense, considering the impression they give.
Listen.
You seem to be equating several days old with simply old.
However...
But that doesn't quite follow logically. Old wounds, it makes it sound like they've been there forever, like they're not related to the murder. Are you saying they are? But we all got the Monokuma file right after she was killed, right? So if the wounds were at least a few days old, there's no way they could have had anything to do with it.
So then,
But what if Mukuro herself wasn't killed within the last few days? What?
at the very
Certainly
least...
you can allow it as one of the many possibilities, can't you? One of many.
Right.
A detective doesn't have supernatural powers. There's no way to predict the answer from the beginning. Instead, the ideal detective begins by imagining as many possible scenarios as they can.
In other words...
They envision these possibilities without prejudice, or without bias, using only their logic and common sense. Then as they investigate, they test what they find against each of these possibilities. Of course, me telling you this doesn't mean you'll be any good as a detective, any good at detective work. But beyond using that to solve this particular mystery, you should keep it in mind for the future. Kyoko's account has been added.
Hey,
So if there's anything else you'd like to know about the condition of the body, now's the time. Come to think of it, there was one thing. Earlier when I was looking at Mukuro's profile, it listed her height and weight.
so...
5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds. Vitals were 31, 22, 32. Did I get all that right? You remembered all that? They are indeed consistent with the corpse. So then...
Indeed.
And don't forget about the Fenrir tattoo. There's absolutely no mistake. Our victim in this case is, without a doubt, Mukuro Ikasawa. So that does mean Juko is the fucking head. Yeah, I was right. Okay, yes. Ooh,
And?
at least I hope I am. It could be Hero still. Is that all you wanted to ask? Yeah, I think so.
So then-
it looks like we have no further business with Mukuro's body. Let's get going to... It's kind of chilly in here. Oh wait, are we not gonna put the body back? Don't you think it's kind of sad leaving it out like this?
Why?
Sad? Did you forget she was our enemy once? Part of the ultimate despair? But she still got killed. She's still a victim.
Hey.
Have you ever heard the phrase, you reap what you sow? Well, yeah, but still. You really are naive, you know that? It's really quite appalling. But she could have abandoned me, but she decided to help me instead. So for some reason like that, what does it mean to be naive?
So then...
I think we've done all we can do here. Back to our separate investigations, yes? Ah, hold on. I still have one more thing to do. Something I need to talk to Kyoko about. I need to ask her about the pocketbook I found in the locker. If I don't do it now... Hey, Kyoko, I did have one last thing. I know I shouldn't, but I feel like I have to ask. Go ahead then, out with it. Have you really not seen your dad even once since you've got here?
What?
What?
So...
What do you mean? Well, you know all those lockers on the second floor of the
Indeed.
dorms? I do, yes. But to get into those lockers, you need the handbook of whoever the locker belongs to. Actually, I managed to get them open using that emergency handbook.
see.
The one you found in the headmaster's hidden room.
And?
So, did you find anything worthwhile in the lockers? I found a pocketbook, and after looking through it, I think it must be your pocketbook.
Why is that?
What makes you say that?
Because-
Like I said, only the locker's owner should be able to get into it, right? I can't imagine those lockers belong to any of us. After all, we only got access to that area just recently. What I'm saying is there's no way I could have had access to any of those lockers. And if I did have a pocketbook, why would I bother putting it in the locker? Everything you just said makes perfect sense, but there was something written inside. It was about the headmaster, about your father.
What? If that's
Could that
true-
mean that video is real too? Video?
Makoto,
I think everything is finally starting to fit together to reveal a cohesive picture. Although I'm afraid that picture might be worse than anything we could have imagined. What are you talking about? I need to go investigate those lockers right now. I need to confirm what you just said with my own two eyes. Oh, let me give you the headmaster's handbook. That way you can...
So-
That won't be necessary. If I'm right about this, I shouldn't have any problem opening the locker with my own handbook. After all, it would seem that it's my locker. Your locker?
Makoto.
If you watch this, it'll all make sense. A DVD, and it says Class 78 Urgent Interviews. I found it in that hidden room after you left.
Anyway.
I don't have time to explain exactly what I think it means, so just watch it and see for yourself. I think you'll realize exactly what it means. You'll understand why you found my pocketbook in a place none of us have ever seen before. None of this makes sense right now, but I guess that means there's some important clue on this DVD. Interview DVD. Boom.
Makoto.
Oh, and now it's my turn. Do you have a second to listen to me ramble?
In other words-
So as it turns out, the arrangements I'd made didn't stick. What I mean is, I'm less and less sure of everything, even my own feelings. You're talking about your dad, right? I can never find the answers to the questions I wanted to ask for the rest of my life, and all because of the mastermind.
However-
But there's one thing I am sure of. When it comes to the mastermind, there's no room in my heart for forgiveness. I swore to destroy the mastermind. This is just one more reason to follow through on that. Kyoko's eyes burned with the fire of determination, the determination to defeat the mastermind. It's strange to be confronted with his death and suddenly feel this way. I couldn't care less if my father had been found happy
Why?
or had found happiness. So why does it bother me so much to know how he suffered? It's ridiculous. There's just no understanding it, I guess. She let out a small laugh as she said it, but her smile was filled with sorrow. So that's it for me, for my rambling. There's still much to be done before I can consider my task complete. Yeah, you're right.
Hey.
But keep this in mind. There is only ever one absolute truth, whether the truth serves justice or suffering, whether it is the greatest truth or the worst. What do you mean?
Makoto.
Even if the truth you uncover is filled with hopelessness, you still can't give up hope. Absolutely not, because all I can do is keep moving forward. That's pretty much all I'm good at it, you know? Indeed. Sorry if that was strange.
So then-
Anyway, I need to get going. I'll see you at the class trial. Leaving behind that final farewell, Kyoko was gone. I'd better get going myself. I got that DVD from Kyoko. I should head to the AV room to check it out. Kyoko said something about hopeless truth. But no matter what happens, I won't lose hope. Even if it's the worst truth in the world, I can't afford to lose. I'll be right back. This should be able to play DVDs just fine. Well then, I'd better take a look. I took the DVD Kyoko gave me and put it into the player. It said that it was playing, but nothing appeared on the screen. I stared into the black of the monitor. It must have only been a few seconds, but to me it felt like an eternity, and then, all of a sudden, an image appeared. Sayaka? It took me by total surprise. I hadn't seen Sayaka in who knows how long, and there she was. And there's the headmaster, the one that, like, burned up in the fucking cockpit.
Okay then, are you ready to begin?
The voice I heard was of the man positioned on one side of the screen. It was the voice of a middle-aged man.
I do apologize, but I hope you don't mind if I record our conversation. I'm a little slow, you know. I never really got the hang of taking notes while having a conversation.
It sounded like he was trying to make a joke, but Sayaka's tense face didn't move a single millimeter.
So this video is meant to serve as a kind of contract substitute. It's not that I don't trust you guys. It's more like insurance. So please don't worry too much. Now then, let me get straight to the point. There is a chance that you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
You want me to accept that? Sayaka was obviously at a total loss. It made total sense. Who would agree to spending the rest of your life in this school? Accept. What?
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I'm sorry about all this. Well, I can promise you that I will do everything in my power to keep you safe. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, I give you my word.
As if on cue, that's where the video cut out. There was a lot there was a lot I hadn't understood up until now. But only this, I simply couldn't comprehend what I'd heard. Because I know how much Sayaka wanted to get out of here. I know how much she wanted to escape and pursue her dreams with her friends again. She wanted that so bad, she tried to frame me for murder. So why? Why would she say yes to living here for the rest of her life? As I sat there thinking about it, I noticed a sudden light. On the monitor, the video that I thought was finished flashed back on the screen. My eyes darted back to the screen. And if I was confused before, what I saw next pushed me right over the edge. Is it me? Oh, it's me! Huh? What I saw was me, and possibly undeniably
So,
me.
Makoto, before we begin, I should let you know that I'll be recording our conversation.
Yes.
Me and the headmaster were looking at each other, and he and I were having what seemed like a fairly normal conversation, but the I in the here and now had absolutely no memory of it. I had no memory of even meeting the headmaster, much less sitting down to talk to him like this.
Now, shall we get straight to the point? Makoto, there's a chance you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
Yes.
This can't be real. I said, yes?
I'm sorry I'm putting you through all this.
Well, I mean, we don't have much of a choice, do we?
But I promise that as long as you're in this school, I will do everything I can to protect you. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, That's the very least I can do for you.
Once again, the video cut out. From there, the video repeated the same scene again and again with the others. Byakuya. Toko. Hina. Everyone. They all said that they agreed to live in this school forever. And then... Kyoko. Her interview with him had been recorded just as clearly. Without a doubt, she had met him. She'd sat down with the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, her father, and when he asked her his question, she answered the same as everyone else. She accepted a life within the school. Just as Kyoko's interview was wrapping up, the monitor suddenly went black. Huh? It wasn't just the monitor. The DVD player itself had apparently turned off, which of course meant that the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened?
Say what?
Upsy, looks like a book out of service.
What? It just so happened to break just now?
Too bad.
Now then, what doesn't matter? Failure can strike anywhere, anytime. That's what failure is, right?
Failure, my ass. You cut the power on purpose. Well, whatever. Even if I watched the whole thing, it'd just be more of the same. He'd ask them the question, and they'd all say yes. I couldn't help myself. I let out a huge, exasperated sigh, but as I did, I remembered something.
That's right.
I fainted, too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make me... But what would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. A convenient outcome, something that seemed to obviously work in favor of the mastermind. So does that mean I've lost my memory too? What about the others? Have we all forgotten? Or, interview DVD has been added to the truth bullet section. Oh. Are we at argument time?
For anything that has a start, there has to be an end. And if the end comes, then that means it's time for a fresh start. There is no night that doesn't have a dawn. Although that dawn is totally pitch black, there is no storm that won't eventually end. Of course, then that leads to drought. But as I said, every end is the promise of a new beginning. Which is why I'm sure we'll get to meet again. Because the end is only the
Hey,
beginning.
Pankin, how's it going, my dude?
Anyway, let's get started. The beginning of the end of the class trial. Everyone gather once again at you-know-where.
Happy Easter to you too, my brother. How you doing? Everything treating you well? It's about to begin. Again. The class trial is going to start. The final class trial. The last time all our lives will be on the line. The last time hope and despair are on the line. I don't have a choice. I have to do this. Okay then. This is the end. Man, we're about to finish this fucking game. I guess I'm the first one this
Makoto.
time. You're early, Makoto.
Listen,
Does that mean you feel prepared? Forgot to take pills yesterday, had a rough night. Oof, what kind of pills? Yeah, for now at least. But where's everyone else? Why aren't they here yet?
however...
Don't worry, I'm sure they'll be here soon. Oh, SNRIs. Okay, yeah, fair enough. That would make things pretty fucking difficult. Are you doing alright tonight, though? Or I guess for you it'd be this morning? And just like she said... Byakuya? Byakuya? They arrived one after another, but they were all in the same state of shock. Hina? Hiro? Silence. And it wasn't any normal silence. It was the deafening silence of fear and suspicion. It was like the first class trial.
You called for me, so I
I'm
appeared!
late. Strong silence. The strong silent master is so wonderful, so cool, so hot. My loins are ablaze. Now listen, everything will be just fine if you leave it to me. With my sharp scissors in hand, I'll stab and gouge and shiv the master of evil. But I thought you couldn't kill anyone but adorable little boys. If it's what master wants, it can be a boy, girl, or anything in between. I can handle it. Achoo. Where am I? No human language can describe the disappointment I'm feeling right now. Yeah, it took me at night when I woke up. Oh, okay. So everything's going good for you. As long as you remember to take those, that's probably for the best. I'm glad to hear you're doing okay, Packard.
Is everyone here? Oh, and wearing gloomy ghost faces, I see.
Well now.
Okay, well then, let's begin. This final class trial is going to be slathered in pitch black despair, climaxium sorrow.
That's fine.
You're right. This is the final class trial, and this time it'll be fair.
What do you mean, this time? Stop with all this slander. I'm a bear in good standing, you know? If there was a Mr. Fair Guy Universe contest, I'd take home the tiara every year. I'm gonna win this game super fair and square.
Today,
And I'll make
I'm
sure
feeling
everyone
white.
watching at home knows that despair is mightier than the hope.
Stop talking.
Enough of your tedious drivel. Begin the trial already. Sure.
Sure. Let's begin the trial already. I'll be waiting for you down below.
I'm on triple dose, so withdrawals are terrible sometimes. Oof. Yeah, no, if you have to go through withdrawals for that shit, you know what? I'm glad I don't have to deal with that. I kind of feel bad for you. But at least you got yourself a steady dose right now, so I'm happy for you.
So don't try and run away.
Laughing as loud as ever, Monokuma disappeared. Whatever.
In the name of
This will
my
be
family.
over in no time. With an inexplicable confidence, Yakia was the first into the elevator. One by one, the others followed. I'm happy to. Well, yeah, no, honestly, if you lived in America, that shit would cost you an arm and a fucking leg. Both realistically and figuratively. I guess literally and figuratively, but thankfully you live in Europe, so you're basically covered for that. Yeah. Nobody made eye contact. Nobody said a word. They just disappeared into the elevator.
Hey,
They're all acting odd, like they're paranoid, suspicious of each other.
however,
But you know why that is, don't you? Yeah, I think so. It's the
However.
photos. Well, you can tell us about it soon, at the class trial. You're right, I'm ready.
so...
Ready to win, right? Of course. I'm glad to hear you say that. See, the funny thing is I'm going into this trial as fucking loaded as most lawyers would go. Like, just a couple drinks in, just a few sheets to the wind. And then Kyoko was aboard the elevator. Yeah, they're very cheap for me. Yeah, same here in Canada. Thankfully, it seems like the only first world country that decides to deal in third world prices is fucking America. I started making my way toward the opening, step after step toward that gaping maw. I'd resolved that this would be the last time. I repeated myself that there was no fear, no mystery left. I pushed the anxiety down, calmed my trembling body, and finally on steady legs. It's time for the final battle. I passed the threshold and stood in the elevator. And this is about 30 hours of literally reading to you guys. I should send this in as an audition for an audiobook, audition for an audiobook reading. Without warning, it began to descend, deeper and deeper, deeper still. Deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper it fell. Thank you, Dr. Seuss. I closed my eyes and sight fell away. All sound, too, disappeared. Alone in the universe, I waited for the elevator doors to open for the last time. What could have been seconds or centuries later, I felt the gentle vibration of the elevator come to an end. I slowly opened my eyes.